What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Take a Sip. I'm so excited to be back on the air. Um, First things first, let's just address the elephant in the room. My posting schedule literally just. Ugh. Okay, listen. Y'all don't know how hard it is to dedicate time to making podcast episodes on top of being in school. It is so hard, and I have gained so much respect for those YouTubers who were in college and doing YouTube at the same time, because this shiz is hard. It is so hard. During any free time I have, the only thing I want to do is homework. I know that sounds so nerdy, but listen, I only want to do homework because for me, the only method that works is me being ahead in my work I have to do. So, for example, right now, I have done all my homework that I can do all the way through this weekend. So, if I just stop doing homework right now, I literally would not have to do anything that would be due anytime soon. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing that works for me, because if I'm doing an assignment that's due tomorrow, right now, I'm so stressed out. It's just does not work for me. So all my free time literally is me getting ahead in my homework, which is I gotta figure out a way to balance school and take a sip, and then my social life, because girl, right now it's not looking cute. But I decided today I was going to talk about my first college party that I've ever been to, and still the only party that I've ever been to. It's not that the party was bad. I just personally am not a party person, not a fan of it that much. Don't get me wrong, I'll go to parties. Me saying that, as I just said, I've only been to one. I mean, I'm not opposed to going to them. It's just that I don't know. It's just a lot for me sometimes. And so sometimes I prefer to stay in, but sometimes I'm like, yeah, let's go out. But it's Halloween weekend next weekend, and you best believe I am going to some parties. Um I still got to get my costume, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm dressing up as a Powerpuff Girl with two of my friends. I don't even know if that's still a thing yet, but I will be dressing up this year, guaranteed. I'm not going out with no costume. So, my first ever college party. Okay. So, mind you, I did not go to parties in high school at all. At all. Okay. So, this was a first time for me in general. I wasn't really familiar with the party scene. I had been to I don't want to say parties, but I've been to places that emulate a party, more like a kickback type of thing. But I'd never been to a party. You know what I'm saying. So this particular night, it was a Friday night, I think. I think it was a Friday night. And it was a pink out party. And if you don't know what that is, it's literally where you just wear pink. So, and my school is notorious for having a lot of themed parties. So almost every party you'll go to is a theme, anything but a cut party, trash bag party, white lies party, pink out, neon. There's just always themes. So me and my friend group, there's six of us. Oh, seven of us at the time. There is no longer seven of us in this friend group. There is now six of us. But it was the seven of us at a time. And basically, how it was is we got Ubers to the party, because it was we just had to Uber there, because we weren't all gonna fit in my car, because I was the only one who could drive. So we just all Ubered there. So it was three of us in one car and then four of us in the other Uber. We get to the party, walk in, and it is this tiny apartment. When I tell you the size of a shoebox, it was so small, and there were so many people there. So many people. And my friend literally pointed out to me, Cam, she goes, do you feel the floor shaking? And I was like, do not tell me that right now, because I'm gonna start getting freaked out. It was insane. You're shoulder to shoulder with the person next to you, can barely move. It was just crazy. But whatever, party time, trying to have a good time. So the aux was awful, but we'll get to that in a second. But there was this white boy who literally looked like he was a junior in high school. And he literally kept walking around being like, "What's up, y'all? Like, how's the crowd tonight?" And I was like, is he like like I literally asked my friends, like, is he an influencer or something? Because I've never seen him before in my life. And he was like walking around acting like we all knew who he was. And I'm like, listen, no one knows who you are. So like it was so confusing to me why he was walking around like trying to get the crowd hype. It's like a party, like no one does that, I feel like. So the aux was whack, and there was like a whole little DJ setup. I was like, this is so boring. But then what had happened was there were so many people in this apartment that the party got moved to the courtyard of the apartment complex, which was just really weird to me because like as like a unified group, we literally all walked out the apartment, walked down the stairs, walked around the corner, and went to the courtyard. And when we got there, I was like, this is so lame. Like it's like outside, and like I was like, this is not it. But it actually ended up being really fun and the most fun part of this insane night for me. So when we got to the courtyard, this is where it gets interesting. That white boy, yet again, literally is doing his rounds, being like, "What's up, y'all?" Like again. And I was like, I was like, "Who are you?" And I don't even know what he said to me. But then I found out that he was on Aux, and his songs were garbage. Okay, listen, I'm cool with this. No tea, no shade, no hate to Katy Perry, you know, artists like her. But I feel like when you're at a party, you want to get the crowd hype. You want to do songs that you know most of the audience will know or can like get like lit to. And like Katy Perry just wasn't giving what was supposed to be given. And so honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I started roasting him. I was like, why are you putting on these whack songs? Like, and then he was like, nah, like the crowd is getting hyped. Can't you see the crowd is getting hyped? And I literally look around and I go, not a single person is singing right now. And I was like, literally just give me your phone. So he gives me his phone. And so I was next to Jacob, one of my friends, and we both started queuing songs. So we queued like 4 or 5 songs. We got Nicki Minaj on there. We got like Cardi B, just like Drake, like a bunch of songs that we knew people would know. And as soon as the songs that we queued started playing, everyone started dancing, everyone started singing. And that lasted for like 10 to 15 minutes, just like with the songs we queued. And that was honestly the most fun part of the whole night. Like I was having so much fun. And like in the courtyard, you know how there's like grills? It's kind of looks like a patio, like a brick patio, and there's like grills and stuff, and there's like counters. Everybody was getting on top of their dancing. You know, my booty had to get up there too and start dancing. I was just having so much fun. Like that was like the one part of the whole night where like it felt like it was like a movie. Like it literally felt like a movie. Like it was like I felt so like free and happy in that moment. And that was quickly interrupted because Cam taps me on the shoulder and she goes, "Lexi, the cops are here." And I turn and I literally see a cop. She was literally like, she walks up and she stops and she just crosses her arms and is standing there looking at all of us. And honestly, I kind of knew, like, I kind of figured that, like, the cops were going to come because, like, there's no way that living in an apartment complex like that, especially us being in the courtyard because we were very loud, there was just, like, no way that, like, somebody wasn't going to call the cops. So it was just a matter of time when. So it was only one, but I think Cam told me she had saw the cop like talking into like her walkie on the side of her like thing, which we assumed was code for she's calling backup. We need to get the heck out of here right now. So I jumped down from the thing and I just run for it. And like this caused a little bit of tension in our group, dare I say, because so our group consisted of 7 people. Me, Max and Jacob. Max and Jacob are 2 of my friends. We did the dash. Like, we were out of there. And listen, I had told everyone before, like, and I've always said this, like, when it comes down to it, it is every man for themselves. Like, I know you're my friend, but, like, I'm not going to get caught up in this. So I did the dash, Max did the dash, and Jacob did the dash. We ran. We were out. And like our other friends were like calling us like, no, like slow down, wait for us. I was like, you guys need to run too. Like You can call me a bad friend, but listen, it is every man for himself out here, because at the end of the day, like, I only have me and I'm not going to get caught in all of that. So we did the dash, and then the rest of the group ended up finding us because we said we were going to meet at like McDonald's or the gas station or something. So we met up there and we went to the gas station because I was so thirsty. Like, I was really thirsty from all that running. In reality, it was probably like a quarter mile we ran, maybe not even that, maybe like 1/10 of a mile, but it felt like a lot because my adrenaline was on 10. So since that party ended short, it was still pretty early in the night. It was probably like, just, it wasn't late at all. So we were like, okay, like, let's go to like another party, like, yada yada yada. So long story short, Max ended up going home because he didn't feel well. Totally understood. But the rest of us, I think the rest of us, yeah, the rest of us had Ubered to the second party. um so the second party was just a bust, and they were low-key, like, I swear to you, they were racist. I'm putting all my bets down that they were just like racist, because what had happened was, it was one of those parties where they're like, okay, $5 for guys and free for girls. There were literally two guys standing in front of the place saying $5 for guys, free for girls. And so they were like telling me and like Cam and stuff, they were like, you should like go in there together and like inspect it and see if it's even worth paying $5. And I was like, bet, that's a good idea. So I go up to, we go up to the place. Mind you, two white girls literally had just walked right past him and walked in the place. Me and Cam and our third friend, who's also black, all of us are black, walk up, well, our third friend at the time, let me say, walked up to like the people, and they were like, nah, you gotta pay $5. And I was like, huh? I literally was like, whoa, 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 because you just let those two blonde girls in, and now we're trying to get in, you're not gonna let us in? And I was literally like, and they were like, yeah, $5, $5. And I was like, you literally just said that girls were free. And he was like, I didn't say anything. And I was like, all right. So I was like, I didn't even like get mad. I was like, all right, well, not gonna lie to you, I'm not paying $5 to party. Like, that's just dumb to me. So I like started turning around and leaving. And then this other guy like comes around the corner and is like, no, like, let them in, like, whatever, whatever. And it was weird because, like, somehow, I don't know how, but like, it is so weird. So I'm Nigerian, and a lot of Nigerians out there can spot Nigerians. It's just so weird. And the guy came in the corner and looked at me and like asked me if I was Nigerian, and I was like, yeah, I'm Nigerian. And then he was like telling them, just let them in, yada yada yada. But anyways, we ended up going in, and literally, like, it was so lame. Like, from the outside looking in, it looked cool only because of the LED lights. Those will get you. Don't get tricked by those. But it was literally so stupid. Like, it was like four people standing around, LED lights, loud music that wasn't even good, and it was so hot in there. So I literally walked in, someone offered me a cup of jungle juice, and I was like, get that away from me. I am not drinking that. Absolutely not. I've seen way too many things with that stuff. So I literally turned my booty around and I walked out, and I was like, do not go in there. It is so lame. No. So then we went to a third party, and this is at a place called The Lodge. And The Lodge is notorious for throwing like really crazy parties. I guess cops aren't allowed to go there or something because like it's like private property. I don't know. It's like some weird thing. So we went there, and at this point I had to pee so bad. So I was like, we just need to get into one of these random apartments so I can use the bathroom. And so we get to the lodge, and like, it was like, okay, not gonna lie, those apartments are like really nice. They're like $800 a month. I know that's like not what we're talking about, but like, anyways, we get in there. The first thing I do is I'm like, I gotta pee. So I go to the bathroom and I piss, and then I like leave the bathroom, and then like we're like walking around the apartment, nice as heck, by the way, and we're like, this is so stupid. Like, nobody's dancing, nobody's really even talking. Like, everybody is, the music wasn't even like that loud. It was like so low, you could hear people's conversations. And then I ran into these two girls. Well, we all ran into these two girls after I came out the bathroom, and they were like, I think they said like, do you know, like, they were like, are you guys friends with Justin and Cooper or whatever their names were? I don't even know what their names were, but they were like, are you guys friends with Justin Cooper, or did they invite you in? And we go, no. And they go, okay, well, you have to leave. You have to leave right now. Like, you need to get out and leave right now. And we were like, oh, girl, we were gonna leave. Like, this party is not bumping. It's not fun. So that was like really annoying though, because they were like screaming, but like they were evidently very, very drunk, and like it was kind of gross, if I'm being honest with you. So we left that party and we're like walking out the lodge, and then we ran into these girls who were like, should we go in or should we go to another one? I was like, nah, don't even waste your time. Like, it's like not even a good party. Like, just keep it moving. But we had like a whole like talk with these like drunk girls in the parking lot for like 30 minutes, which was actually really fun because they were just like so funny. So shout out to those girls. I don't even know what their names were. I don't honestly wouldn't even remember what they looked like, but shout out to them. And then after that, at this point, Cam had called it a night, so we were down to the 5 of us, and we decided we wanted to walk to another party, but I guess we didn't realize that it was kind of really late at night at this point. So the parties were like over, and so we had to walk all the way back because we were like, we're not paying for another Uber, like it's just like too expensive. No. So we had walked back, and that night I was staying with Cam because my roommate had her boyfriend staying over, and I like just like wanted to give her space. So I stayed the night in Cam's room. And by the time I had gotten back, I had my watch on. I had already had 8,000 steps. So if that doesn't like give you a perspective of how much we walked, and keep in mind that that was only counted from 12 a.m. to the time that I got back. So there was a lot of walking. But it was like still really fun. Like the parts where we were talking in the parking lot with those girls, and the parts where me and Jacob had the aux and we're getting the crowd lit. Like those points of the night were so much fun. And like I try to really only remember those parts because the rest of the night I felt like it was a waste of my time. Because combined with talking with the girls and the time we were dancing was like 45 minutes out of the hours that we were out that night. So I don't know. That's like something that's kind of like driven me away from going to parties a lot. But you best believe next weekend I'm getting dressed up and going out to parties, and that'll probably be the last party I go to for like 2 or 3 weeks, honestly. But yeah, like that was my experience with my first ever college party. I guess technically first ever 3 college parties. But my school is a pretty, I would say, a big party school. Like there are always parties going on, like all the time, throughout the week, throughout the day. There's darties, which I recently learned is a day party. So yeah, I don't know, but that was my experience with my first college party, and it will go down in history as like a very weird slash fun slash interesting night, to say the least. But yeah, that's basically it for that. But yeah, guys, if you guys want any more stories from like my college life and my college experience, just like send me a DM on Instagram. Like I'm so open to suggestions. I'll talk about literally anything. I'm an open book over here because I think it's funny to like relive these moments with y'all. So yeah, definitely like let me know. And I guess that pretty much wraps up today's episode of Take a Sip. Thank y'all so much for listening and supporting and being a part of the Take a Sip fam. Also, guys, I should probably check just for exact exact statistics, I guess, but we are at 187 followers on Instagram. We're so close to 200, and I already decided that once we hit 200 followers, I'm doing a giveaway. Only the people who listen to the podcast get to know that now. But yeah, I'm doing a giveaway. So, let's get to 200 followers, y'all. That'll be so cool. Such a big milestone. And I'm so excited. And again, I'm so grateful for all the support. But yeah, I think that about wraps up today's episode. Thank you all so much for listening. Like, subscribe, follow. If you're listening on YouTube, follow my socials. And I will see y'all next time on Take a Sip. And don't forget, keep on sipping. Bye, guys.